YouTube. Today is January 16th, 2023. I just had to get out the house. When you're around crazy people, you have to protect your energy. You just have to let them be crazy because there's really no help for them. Because after you done prayed and you done let it go up in the air, because prayers go up, blessings come down, it's nothing you can do. It's just, press on, as they say. I don't see that written down anymore, and there used to be a lot of sayings called press on. And if, like they say, well, if you just a regular person, whether you're religious or you believe in God or if you meditate or whatever, if you're just more spiritual or whatever, I believe spiritual and meditating it's the same thing, because you are all meditating to like a higher being, which is God. No, I do. I can't speak for everybody else, but that saying, I'm gonna bring that back. Press on. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna press on. I can't live in the future because I don't know what's gonna come, and I can't live in the past because it already happened. So I just live in the now, the present, and everything. But it is January 16, 2023, and anybody that followed me, my 300, I think I have 377 subscribers. Anybody that followed me know I ramble on before I get to the fucking point. That's what I do. I ramble on before I get to the point. Okay. So today, on this beautiful Monday, on my little King birthday, and Leo birthday, and what's the singer name? Sade. On their birthdays, I'm gonna talk about what Hollywood called colorism. Back in the day, in the 80s, we called it color stroke. But now, all of a sudden, the last 5 years or so, they call it colorism. But it's something that's been going on in Hollywood for years, and it goes on in the world, because I done seen it happen in the workplace and everything. Colorism. Colorism or color stroke and racist is two different things. Racist is when you're white or a different race and you hate a particular race for being dark skinned. Like a real racist person hate all black people. Like they put all black people in the same category, which we are kind of all in the same category, because black is black. Whether it's like bright or damn near white, black is black. But like racist is when, because I'm gonna give you the definition, because a lot of people don't know the difference between racist and colorism. Racist is when you're like, you can be Mexican, you can be white, you can be any other race than black, and then don't like a particular race. You can also be black and not like white people or Hispanic people. Racist is when you're a specific race and you don't like another race because they a certain race that God made them, and they can't help for being that race. That's what racist is. But colorism is when you're black and you hate dark-skinned people. You just like light-skinned people. Because I done worked around people like that. They only like light-skinned people. They didn't like dark-skinned people and stuff like that. That's what color stroke and colorism mean. Because I'm going to call it both. Because back in the day, we used to call it color stroke. And now, since somebody made up a name for it, they call it colorism. And it's a lot of colorism out there. Now, I can't speak on Hollywood, even though it's like a lot of tapes out there. You can look on YouTube, and they talk about colorism in Hollywood. They do, in most movies, put a light-skinned lady as the leading lady. You will hardly ever see a dark-skinned lady as the leading lady in a movie. Now, they just did one where they put a dark-skinned lady as a leading lady, and that was Angela Bassett, and that was like a big woo-ha or whatever. But like, I've been dealing with colorism, I say, since this thing got back popular, because it used to be popular in the 80s. Light skin versus dark skin. I don't forget my uncle, he brought home a light skinned woman, and he was so happy that he brought home a light skinned woman. He came home and told everybody he had a red poem. But that relationship between them two didn't last. They just stayed together long enough to make my little cousin. And she went on by her business, and he went on by his, and He living a more healthy lifestyle than her. But colorism is real. It is very fucking real. I done dealt with colorism myself. Me being a dark-skinned black woman, and what you see is what you get. Like, I mind my business. I don't bother nobody. I'm very quiet. When I was in elementary school, they said I was shy. When I was in middle school, they said I was quiet. Then when I got in high school, I was just plain old stuck up, let them tell it. But anyway, I don't bother a lot of people. And me being dark skinned and me being on the heavier side, I done got accused of a lot of shit just for simply being dark skinned. I don't talk to nobody. I done got accused of being a troublemaker. Like, okay, like, wow. I done been accused of being talking too much. And I don't talk to nobody unless they talk to me. I had a female come to me, and I'm not hating on her because she light skinned. I had a female to come to me, and she looked to me, she like a red-nosed pit. But I never told her how I felt. I never addressed how I felt. Everything how I felt, I kept it bottled in. I kept it to myself. Matter of fact, it's like first time talking about it on YouTube or whatever. But anyway, I'm working. Never said anything out of the way. Never said anything impolite unless she can read my mind or whatever. And I'm seriously doubting she could read my mind, because if a motherfucker could read minds, then get away from them. But anyway, I have been accused of not liking a female. She came to me and told me I didn't like her. I was jealous of her. And I'm like, what? Now, mind you, I wasn't jealous of this bitch in no shape, form, or fashion. But by she being light skinned and I'm being dark skinned, she kept coming to me telling me shit people told her I said. And I'm like, who are these damn invisible people that's telling you shit that I said that I never even fucking said? But anyway, it ended up being her insecurities, or she thinking she was better than me because she was light skinned and I was dark skinned. She wasn't better than me, not in looks, not in class, not in the way we lived or anything. But she thought she was better than me. And I constantly have to deal with that being around lighter skinned women. When they see me, they automatically assume that I'm jealous of them. Like, my self-esteem is up here. I'm like very high. When it comes to motherfucking self-esteem, I named myself Miss Flawless, well, with the help of a guy when I was 23. Like, I am not jealous of any female that's out there. If she lighter than me, darker than me, white or what, white, black, yellow, brown, green, or yellow. But by me being a dark-skinned female, I have been accused of some stupid shit. And I would call it stupid and petty because it's people acting out their insecurities. And so I have dealt with a lot of that. I get tongue-tied a little bit sometimes. I have dealt with that a lot in my life. Another thing I noticed about colorism, I said I've been dealing with it maybe for the last 5 years, but I never forget, I'm going way back. I never forget, I was 15 and my childhood best friend, she was 14 at the time. And she was high yellow with long hair, you know, the typical light skin, long hair. So everybody was going crazy over her. And I never forget, we was in the Boys and Girls Club. And I attended the Boys and Girls Club more than she did. And they gave out an award to a person. It was one of the awards. It was based on who attended, because they gave out awards to, you know, everybody for different things. And you didn't have to do anything but attend. And she got the reward. I didn't. Even she came out of her mouth and was like, she don't know how she got it. And I did. And back then, I kind of thought to myself, oh, it's because she light skinned. Even she wanted to give me her reward. And I was like, no, you keep that reward. You won it fair and square. No, even though she didn't, but that's what I had told her. And other people came up to me and they couldn't figure out why she won that award. She barely even attended. So back then I told myself it was either for one or two reasons. Either because she was light skinned or the guy was fucking her mama, because the guy that was over the Boys and Girls Club. He was throwing the hell out of a lot of them project women out there. And Miss Saunders was one of them. But anyway, not to tell your business. But I just told it by accident. Oops. But anyway, I have dealt with a lot of colorism. And yes, I just spilled the beans on it. Wasn't trying to, but hey, this is the Chevette Show. This is my motherfucking channel, and if you don't like what I'm saying, you can delete yourself or you can get the fuck off. I have a channel and it's growing, and I have 377 subscribers, and it's growing each and every motherfucking day. But back on colorism. Well, this is how I deal with colorism. I just pray. I pray that God can open their eyes and see that, not just me, any dark-skinned person out there or any light-skinned person that got an issue with a person because they dark-skinned. I just pray for them. As I was saying earlier in the tape, I pray and press on because those people, they got a problem up in their head. They got something messing with them, triggering with them. A lot of people have a lot of mental emotions, and so that's how I deal with colorism. I pray for those fools. I put everything in the Lord's hands. I pray for them. And so on that note, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I'm going to upload this and everything. And I really don't know what I'm going to name the video because it started off in the beginning talking about one thing, but I knew all along I was talking about colorism, so I might just talk about colorism and just name it colorism. Alright, bye. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the like button so my channel can grow and I can get more subscribers. Bye.